Moral Law versus Ceremonial Law. Full 5-part series, Part 1. What's the difference? Q1. Who gave the 10 Commandments? A. God himself wrote them with his own finger. Exodus 31:18. Deuteronomy 5:22. Q2. Who wrote the ceremonial laws? A. Moses wrote them in a book. Deuteronomy 31:24-26. Q3. Are the 10 Commandments eternal? A. Yes. They are unchangeable and everlasting. Psalms 111:7-8. Ecclesiastes 12:13. Q4. Were ceremonial laws temporary? A. Yes. They were shadows pointing to Christ. Colossians 2:14, Hebrews 10:1. Q5. What happens when we confuse the two? A. It leads to replacing God's Sabbath with man-made Sunday worship. Mark 7:7-9, Ezekiel 10:22-26, Isaiah 58:13. Part 2. What was nailed to the cross? Q1. What was nailed to the cross? A. The handwritten ordinances, not the 10 Commandments. Colossians 2:14. Q2. Why were these laws against us? A. They were burdensome rituals pointing to Christ. Hebrews 9:9-10, Acts 15:10. Q3. Did Jesus abolish the moral law? A. No. He upheld and fulfilled it. Matthew 5:17-19. Q4. Are the 10 Commandments called ordinances? A. No. Only ceremonial laws are. Ephesians 2:15, Luke 1:6. Q5. Does grace cancel the law? A. No. Grace gives power to obey. Romans 6:1-2, 1 John 3:4. Part 3. Why did God write the 10 Commandments himself? Q1. Who wrote the 10 Commandments? A. God wrote them himself. Exodus 31:18, Deuteronomy chapter 9:10. Q2. Why stone? A. Stone symbolizes permanence. Psalms 111:7-8, Isaiah chapter 40. Q3. Where were they placed? A. Inside the Ark of the Covenant. Exodus 25:21, Hebrews 9:4. Q4. Where were Moses' laws placed? A. Beside the Ark. Deuteronomy 31:26. Q5. Why does it matter? A. God's moral law is eternal. Moses' law was temporary. Malachi 3:6, Psalms 89:34. Part 4. Was the Sabbath only for the Jews? Q1. When was the Sabbath created? A. At creation, before any Jew existed. Genesis 2:2-3. Q2. For whom was it made? A. For all mankind. Mark 2:27, Isaiah 56:6-7. Q3. Is the Sabbath ceremonial? A. No. It's part of the 10 Commandments. Exodus 20:8-11, Exodus 31:16. Q4. Did Jesus change it? A. No. He kept it. Luke 4:16, Acts 17:2. Q5. Did the early church switch to Sunday? A. No. They met on the Sabbath. Acts 13:42-44, Isaiah 66:22-23. Part 5. Did Paul teach that the Sabbath was abolished? Q1. Did Paul keep the Sabbath? A. Yes. He preached on it regularly. Acts 13:42, Acts 17:2. Q2. What about Romans 14? It refers to personal devotion days, not the Sabbath. Romans 14:5-6. Q3. What about Colossians 2:16-17? A. Paul referred to ceremonial feast days, not the weekly Sabbath. Leviticus 23, Colossians 2:16-17. Q4. Did Paul abolish the law? A. No, he upheld it. Romans 3:31, Romans 7:12. Q5. Where did Sunday worship come from? A. From man's tradition, not God. Daniel 7:25, Revelation 14:12. Conclusion. The Ten Commandments are God's eternal moral law, written in stone and never abolished. The ceremonial laws were shadows, fulfilled in Christ and nailed to the cross. Sunday worship is a man-made tradition that cannot replace the Sabbath commandment. Final challenge. Show one Bible verse where God changed the Sabbath to Sunday. You won't find it because it does not exist.